So you
Okay.
try it out. When you face any challenges, you can always approach us. We will help you to navigate through.
Sure,
So,
sir. I'm really interested in trying one, sir.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So in design thinking parlance, we say fail fast. So that's okay. If it doesn't work, we will do the course correction,
Okay, sir.
and that will lead to something beautiful.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we'll formally start this third session of day 3. So a very good afternoon to one and all. I know it's a after lunch session, so people might be taking some time for joining into the session, but it's a very important mandatory session by AICT on life skill management, and we are honored to have again Satyanathan AL with us. He will be also joined by Dr. Anbu very soon, as Ramnath has just updated. He may be in one of the parallel meetings which is going on. So most probably he will be joining by 3 p.m. Sir. Then he will take over. Maybe not take over. He will also join Satyanathan. And I can tell you my personal experience when I was there on campus at we can say SDD Chennai when we were having 3 days workshop, and you had taken that morning session when we were planned to go to beach, but because of the sudden rainfall, and we just came this last minute, and we went to the shed where we have tea stalls and all, and then we had all these sessions, laughter therapy and dancing and all. That was one of the best session I have ever attended. I know we may not be able to create that effect in virtual mode, but I can understand what you can do, Satyanath. I can know. So I will just hope that you will be able to generate that kind of impact here as well in this online mode. So with this, I will virtually hand over this dash to you, sir. So over to you, Satyanathan ji, and whenever you feel and you know that Dr. Anbu has joined in, you can accordingly go into it. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. From here onwards, the whole dash is with you. Thank you. Do you want me to give you the right to share the PPT or all? Do you want to
You
share
can give the
something?
share. Give me that share button. I'll share some
Okay.
videos.
Okay. I will do
This
that.
time I've downloaded the DLC player and all.
Oh, that's good.
Safer side. Okay, good. Welcome back post lunch session. Okay, the count is 55. As especially the faculties, you all know, post lunch session is a pretty tough, and especially in this virtual mode. In the real time scenario, I normally make people to stand, move around, run around the place, especially post lunch session. Here, there is no control. Fine. Let me start with a story, of course, story of mine. And when I started doing the so-called laughter therapy program under the broad headline stress management, when I approached my organization, that time it was Polaris. They said, okay, go and do it. And first time, it was an okay kind of thing. Basically, my target audience was software engineers, those who are freshly come from the college. Right? I am comfortable in dealing with that set of group. That was my very first program. I remember somewhere in 2008, I did this program. So the second program has been scheduled, and I got an insider information, right, from someone from the organization stating that the HR head, the global HR head, is going to attend the program. I was instantly became nervous, right? Because it was the second time I'm conducting this program. First time it was only with software engineers, fresh from the college. Second time when I was about to conduct, I got the information the global HR head is going to participate. And of course, he's going to be there for 10-15 minutes to see how the program is going on. And obviously, the stress has been built up on me because I'm comfortable with my age group people or a little bit senior than me. But the guy who's going to come and interact us, he's interacting with the chairman of the organization, at a very bigger level. So what I decided was, this information I got it 10 minutes before. Insider information, you will get it only 10 minutes, right, before the actual thing happens. So what I did was, I've decided because it's going to be 10-15 minutes. So I sat next to my PowerPoint and projected on the this one projector, and of course he came, and I was waiting for this gentleman to move around. So 10 minutes gone, 15 minutes gone, 20 minutes, 30 minutes gone. Then I've understood he's going to be there. So then I closed my PPT and then straight away targeted at him. And I went and I asked him to stand from the chair. The reason why I've asked him to stand from the chair, get up from the chair is, see, this is even now when you try researching it, you will find the new form of smoking is called sitting. What you're doing right now, you're sitting, right? So this is considered to be a new form of smoking. And the recommendation is every 20 minutes, you're supposed to stand and do some sort of an activity. So the human mind knows it, but they will not be able to do it. So you connect with an activity, like go to a place where you can have a glass of water and have a sip of it. Now people have become so much, quotes and quotes, lazy. They keep the water bottle next to them. So whenever they want to have it, they want to take it and drink. My recommendation will be, let it be far off, right? Because that will be a trigger for you to get up from your chair, and you can make a note of it. Every 20 minutes, get up from your chair, go there, have a sip of it. You don't have to gulp the water, just a sip. There is one more concept called 20-20-20. Again, you search it in the net, you will be able to find it out. This 20-20-20 is for your eyes. What they say is every 20 minutes, you have to move away your eyeballs from your so-called the electronic gadgets. Because either you are there with your mobile phone or with a laptop or with the TVs, right? You're getting attracted or addicted with this electronic gadgets. The recommendation from the international so-called ophthalmologists is research finding. You have to move away your eyes from your technical gadgets every 20 minutes, and you have to view a particular thing which is 20 feet away, so that your eyes get stretched along, right? And what you have to do is, and for 20 seconds, you have to watch it. Either you can blink it or you can stare that object which is 20 feet away. This has to be done every 20 minutes. But initially, you will feel, a lot of things are coming up. You can pack everything at one shot. At the end of every 20th minute, you have to get up from your chair, walk a distance, take a glass of water, sip, but not a glass of water, just a sip of water, and then come back and then blink your eyes for 20 seconds. This will make you much more conscious what you're doing every 20 seconds. Every 20 minutes. In fact, when I used to do the classroom session, I make participants to, in a way to interact. I ask them to interrupt me exactly at the 20th minute, right? What we will do is for the next 20 seconds, we will be laughing. And initially it will look like, okay, it's chumma laughing, like what we call it's a fake laughter, right? Yes, it's a fake laughter. Quotes and quotes, yes, it's a fake laughter. Perfectly okay. But my mind gets conditioned at every 20 minutes, I'm going to laugh. And obviously there are, guys they make some body movements, right? Some funny gestures. And very soon what happens is the so-called fake laughter converts into a real laughter. But even before that, let me stay in the fake laughter itself. Right? I have not yet gone to the real one. Even when you do the fake laughter, the one that I'm doing it, you can look at my face. Maybe I can come a little bit closer. You can put my thing in the focused one or the bigger screen.
So here, I would request all the participants try to keep your video on and try to use all these expressions, as many as you can. We should make this session more interesting. And you can pin, sir, the video of sir at your screen so you can see what he's doing. I would request as many as we can, we should come on video.
Right now, the concept is going on. Yes, of course. It creates a avalanche effect. You will see that. See, I'm just creating the precursor to the program. See, we work in an IT company where people are highly stressed out. And especially we are working in banks, when we make any one mistake, that will create a rippling effect across the globe, right? Reserve Bank of India, RBI, mother backbone of India's financial system is supported by intellect, right? And we make one mistake in our technical side, the country's financial system is going to have a sort of a imbalancing thing. So people will be highly stressful, right? So when I do programs for the vice president and senior vice president, right? They come at a different, mind space. They remove their jackets. They laugh to their heart. You won't believe the so-called, these vice presidents used to roll on the floor and laugh. To that extent, they go. And it's only when you understand the importance of, what laughter is going to bring onto the table. Anyhow, we will see that. Why I've brought over here is the concept. See, what I'm trying to do is it's only a generic one. It's not a real one. I'm just initiating with it. And then later on, I will tell what's the impact that it's going to have it on your body. Right now, I am initiating it. I'm starting with a very, very gentle one. I'm just starting with a smile and I'm just elongating it. I'm just trying to make the sound.
We're already having a broad smile.
When you see my face on a bigger screen, you will see the nuances, right? Okay, let me tell you. Now, I have initiated myself, to get into the laughter mode. And very recently, I have also recorded myself, when I started laughing individually. Of course, when you laugh individually, what it is called? Nobody is there and you laugh alone, what you are called as. The third person will brand you, will stamp you as what?
Madness.
Huh?
Madness.
Mad person.
Yeah,
Mad.
you are a mad guy. You've gone insane,
Mad guy.
right? Yeah. But that's what it is. When you see someone is laughing just like that without a reason, right? You will immediately see, my God, something has gone wrong with them. Might be. Some people are like that. But consciously, you can do that. The best part is you will start feeling something happens within you. You don't require a joke to be told or a video clip to be played. That comes at the next level. I experience it. In fact, my father is 85 years old and used to play with me, and he enjoys it. Right? Without a joke, without a video clip. And that is possible only when you involve yourself. Now, if you take whatever I'm saying to your intellectual thing, is it real? I don't think I have seen a lot of videos. The moment I see that videos, it looks fake, right? It's artificial. People are forcing themselves. Yes, it's so. But after some point of time, when you practice, right, you will start feeling the difference. To an extent, I will try to give it this virtual mode. Let's see how it goes up. When you do it in the, when you initiate it, without I'm cracking a joke, you are laughing it out, right? Your brain doesn't know whether it's a real one, real laughter, or a fake one. So now I'm going to fake it. This is explicit fake, right? But I mellow it down. Wow, Sunita is just nodding her head and smiling. And who is this person? Parul Dikshit. Very good. I can sense something is happening within me. Yeah. The scientific reason, because you people, as Vijay was sharing in the morning, you want some logical thing to munch it upon. When I say you can laugh for no reason, no, I can't laugh it out. I'll give you the scientific reason behind it. Your brain doesn't know when you laugh, this artificial one, whether it's a real or a fake. It doesn't know it. It cannot really distinguish it. When you do it with little but with a sort of an intention. Okay, laughter, I know it's really, they say it's good for health, and more so I feel it good
Sorry,
when I see a video clip and all. So in that sense, let me make an attempt of doing this fake one. The brain doesn't know whether it's a real one or a fake one when you do this, when you initiate this laughter. It releases a chemical called dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphin. These are the chemicals which normally it is called as a happy cocktail. It is getting released in your brain. That's why whenever you laugh, you see, I have to show certain things, you see a pleasant sensation in your body. Why you're getting that pleasant sensation? Because your brain is releasing those chemicals, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin. That's why you're getting that pleasant feeling. But when you do it with intention, okay, this is good for me, let me do it with that sort of for my health benefit, let me initiate it. And you will release a quality dopamine chemical is being released, right? And then these are the chemicals where you want to get an external shot, right? The drug sort of stuff, it will cost you a fortune. A 50 gram will cost you more than a lakh. But the body is giving you absolutely free of cost. Those things makes you addictive. This one is also will make you addictive, but absolutely free of cost, right? And more so, the whole body system is being benefited. Yeah. How many of you watched this Munna by MBBS? Okay, which means you are all Hindi
Yes, we
speaking
watched
people.
it.
Okay, how many of you watched this Vasul Raja MBBS? That is the Tamil version of Munna by MBBS. Okay, how many watch? Okay, let me ask you this question: which is the original version, Munna by MBBS or Vasul Raja MBBS? From someone it has been copied. Yeah. Which one is the?
Munna Bhai MBBS.
No.
No, Vasul Raja MBBS.
No, obviously, I have given only two. There are other versions have come. In Telugu, someone has come. Yes, Ramnath.
I guess it's taken from Hollywood.
Yeah, what is
I
it?
guess
In Telugu, it's Shankar Dada MBBS.
Shankar Dada MBBS. Yes, correct, right. No, even that is not the original one.
I guess it's taken from Hollywood. Some reference.
Good. It is from the movie called Patch Adams. I recommend you all to watch that movie called Patch Adams. Right. The hero of that movie is.
Can you please repeat the name?
Okay, I will type it in the chat box itself so that you won't miss it out. Patch Adams. This is the name of the movie, right? The great humorist Robin Williams have acted in it. He's a real guy, right? From that guy, Hollywood got inspiration and took a movie on that guy. See, that guy is a real medical doctor. Unlike in your Vasul Raja MBBS or Munna by MBBS, the hero is a fake doctor. But the Patch Adams, the real guy, is a medical doctor, but he resorts to laughter as a medicine to help his patients to recover faster, right? And phenomenal results. You know about US, right? These guys go deep into the things, and this guy is still alive and spreading the message of laughter across the world. When you come from an operation or a surgery, when you involve this laughter as a supportive thing, the recovery is pretty faster. And this guy is promoting, celebrating laughter at a bigger level. Hollywood is inspired, and across the world, different version of that movie has come up. In India itself, multiple versions have come. Yeah. So the people laugh just like that. Now I will give some reason to laugh. Right. First reason I told you, the brain is releasing the chemicals, even if it's a fake one. Yeah. 2. Do you know where an organ called liver is present inside our body? Liver, where it is present inside our body? So in the classroom session, I ask people always say, they show their tummy part like this. It is here somewhere. I know here it is, but where exactly? Do you know it? Apollo Hospital, right? Quite famous for different reason. right? And they used to release a souvenir on Liver Day. They say the liver, which is present inside your body, is doing 500 functions in a day. How many functions? 500 functions in a day. And most of us, we are, of course, people who are from pharmacology department, at least some of them might be knowing it. Other than that, we may not even know where that liver is and what it is doing. Silently, it is doing its work. But guys, remember, whenever you are in a saddened mode or a stressed mode, whatever be the reason of a stress, the liver is being overburdened. See, already it is overburdened by 500 tasks. The nature has created in such a way. And if you overburden it, what happens? It goes for a toss. Even when you go for a medical thing, it will reveal its real nature only after it's a fag end of that organ being damaged. Only, it gets damaged at 90%, you will know the real nature of a liver. And you don't have a control. Now the point over here is, when you do some sort of a body movements, or when you make your system joyful, not only liver, all the other parts are getting rejuvenated. It is being massaged. You all know exercise is good for you, right? Right from your school days or college days, or you might even tell to your students. But my question is, even during this period of pandemic, right? Are you doing exercise at least for a couple of minutes? Especially during this COVID period, your immune system has to be strengthened, right? That's the only way we have to fight against this guy, whatever be the external thing. What is the one step that you've taken to strengthen your immunity? Don't say I have taken this vitamin pills and all. External stuff, right? Apart from your vegetables and fruits, I will recommend use physical movements, or from now onwards, you can use this laughter also as a mechanism to boost your immune system. But more importantly, when you do this laughter, it feels good from within. You don't even have to get up from your chair, right? That's the beauty of this laughter. Of course, you have to get up and do all the stuff that adds a lot of weightage to it. But I'm giving a mechanism recommendation. I told you, right? Every 20 minutes, you have to get up from your chair, walk a distance, take a glass of water, sip it. You don't have to gulp the entire water, sip of water, and then come back, blink your eyes, and then you can also start laughing, right? I will tell the sequence. So multiple things packed at one shot, right? Every 20 seconds. And the same process, you can do it in your classroom. You can tell to your students. And as I do it to my people, I do it for the software people. You can ask your students every 20 minutes, ask your students to break, and you can start laughing, right? Right. Once I was doing a webinar where from people from Mumbai, Delhi got connected. We started laughing over webinar, created a heck of a noise, and that's okay. Hardly for a few seconds. Having told this, I'm getting an echo voice. Okay, now I started with the second time when I started doing this laughter, the global HR head came in, and I asked him to stand up from his chair. And I asked him to sit down. I asked him to stand up again. I asked him to run around the place. And, he was having a big question mark on his face. I said, I'm a trainer right now. You are a student. So you have to follow me. And I made him run around the training hall. And he was sat through the session for the next 3 hours, right? At the end of the program, he came and told, okay, Satya, go and do this program all over India. He gave the clean sign off. So I was traveling to Hyderabad one day. The next day I will be going to Pune, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Bangalore, to and fro my travel for what? To make people to laugh. And I was enjoying it, right? Very simple. And every other place might be a different culture, we say, but the moment you get into that laughter, the connection happens and people come with that overflowingness. Okay, having told this, let me start with one more activity so that you will be able to get connected. So do and say what I do and say. Whatever I'm doing, you have to do it. Whatever I'm saying, you're going to say, right? Got it? So this is the place where people have to come on the screen. You don't have to unmute yourself. Let it be muted, but your face has to be there. It creates a multiplier effect. You see a small baby, when a baby smiles, automatically you also tend to smile, right? the mirror neuron takes place. That's what it happens. So guys, okay. So, okay, wonderful. Thank you for coming on on the video.
Come on video.
So,
Please come
okay.
on video. Please go ahead. Come on.
So I keep my thing a little bit far away so that you see it. So stretch your hand forward. Stretch your hand forward. So a little bit I'm shaking my body on your place. Shake it. And it doesn't have to be rigid. Light away slightly. You're becoming a little more fluid, right? So, okay, I keep my hands like this. I'm making a noise, sound like hey, ha. So you have to shake it and you have to make a clap and you have to say ha, right? Hey, ha. Because I can course correct. I can see the name of this person. Sushion Basak, right? You have to shake it and then clap. When you clap it, you have to say ha, right? Ha. Okay. Why we are using this sound called ha? Again, scientific reason, you are expelling carbon dioxide. Ha, 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 ha. See that sound called ha, right? What I'm doing, I'm expelling more of carbon dioxide. I expel carbon dioxide, intake of oxygen takes place automatically. I don't have to do it. Automatically it will take. The more you exhale, ha, 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 ha. Intake will take place. It's a sort of a pranayama technique, right? So when you do ha, here you're going to do one single ha, but do it in a forcible ha, right? It has to be expelled. So shake your hands, hey, ha, right? Now, hey, ha, wonderful, ha, ha. So take the other hand, you're tapping twice, ha, ha. Okay, all of you are getting it. And who's this madam? Kedar Gauri ma'am. Do it. So you can raise your hand and you have to tap it twice here. Ha ha. No. Do it as such. In the fist, you need to type it. I can't explain a lot of reason because when you tap it on the wrist level, you all know, right? You take a knife, cut it at the fist, blood goes out, you go to a different plane altogether. It has got such an element is there. So we are doing it, to thin, or there are a lot of logic to it. So do it at that at the wrist level. Ha ha. Right? Now one more time. Hey ha. Ha ha. You're doing a body massage for your hands. You're going all the way to your chest. Shake, tilt your head and coming back, tapping all the way here and here. You're doing it. No. Only this one. Don't go to the head. It has got a different section. Manoj. Hey, ha. The other side. Ha ha. The other hand. Hey. Hey, ha. Ha ha. Ah. Okay, I'm going to my tummy and I'm tapping my thighs as well. You can do that. Do it. Don't look at me. You are actively, guys, let me tell you, you are supposed to do your quota of exercise today. I don't know whether you have done it or not. I don't know. But now use it as an opportunity, right? Do your exercise. Now, that part, who's this ma'am? Dikshit. This part is over. Now, when you did this, you are going to tap your chest, tummy, and your thighs, right? That sequence has started. Okay, now. Ha. Ha ha. Now you have to tap your back, that kidney which is there, and the sideways of your hips. Go to the legs. Tap it. Oh my God, who's this person? Gauri ma'am, really good on video. It's too good. You are laughing for no reason. And it comes up. Gradually it builds. Guys, emotion.
When you see everyone doing the same thing and you visualize yourself how you look for the others, automatically you can get that image.
That's why I told you, right? The mirror neuron works in our system. classic example is when you see a small baby, right? When a baby smiles, what happens to you? Automatically, you also smile. The baby is not cracking a joke. The moment you see that the crinkling happens at the baby's face, it immediately happens on your face. It's your neurons, the neurons in your brain starts mirroring that baby. Same thing happens over here as well. You put a logic over here. You know how it happens. All those crisscross questioning, you can do it after the session gets over. Right now, be like a blotting paper to absorb things. Right? I have incorporated different elements into it: NLP, hypnosis. I attend different set of courses. I finally settled down to this laughter where I, put that essence over here. Okay, fine. Again, go ahead. Hey, ha, ha, ha. Now you tap it. Do a massage for your head. Now I'll do your tabla work. Now you keep your hands like this and do it for yourself. Oh, wow, wow. You have to use the sound right now. Wow, 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 wow. Basically, it's an exercise. No, don't stop it. Do it. It's an exercise. You can say post-lunch. That's okay. Okay, good. Ha. Ha, ha. See, on the screen you can see the smile is gleaming, radiating like a sun, right? We have not cracked a joke, but your system says, okay, I did something good. I used my body, some activity I did. In the process, your brain also, I'm tapping my body, I'm doing a massage. Guys, when you go for a massage center, you can also have this massage, right? But the only problem is they will keep a secret camera and then they will record it, all the stuff. Why to get into that problematic mode? We ourselves do it, right? And you feel comfortable whenever you want it. Again, you can also involve this at the end of every 20th minute, right? I keep on adding that package so that you won't forget it. What you're supposed to do at the end of the 20th minute? Basically, you have to get up from a chair, walk around, sip of water, blink your eyes, start for laughing. But in front of others, you don't make that noise, right? They will literally brand you, stamp you like this. So what you do is, classroom, people always ask me, especially the ladies. So I give a technique. The technique is this: keep your hands like this, palms like this, turn it, touch it like this, right? And keep it on your face, and you start to your heart's coming. Oh my God. Nobody knows. And people will find it a little bit embarrassing, to show their face. You cover it, you laugh. You will be laughing much more than, when you're getting exposed. That within 20, say I'm running a fan over here at full speed, right? I started sweating because I'm involving. See, some of you might feel it because when I start involving, now you can see it is nothing but an aerobic exercise. I am proving to yourself. Fan is at full speed. Since I'm doing this exercise, few stretches I did, but I did it with involvement. Sweat is happening. And guys, people call it up something called quality time, right? Or the me time. And you can do this with your family circle, especially with your kids, with your spouse, right? Might be at 8 o'clock before dinner. Let's have a ritual. It need not have to be a pretty lengthy ritual. That it could last for 2 to 3 minute ritual or a 5-minute ritual. Your kid will start looking for this particular time. Oh, dad will come and do all this funny activities. For them, you're creating an expectation. But you know for sure, right? Your quality time has been created. You use it as an opportunity, to do that movement. You connect with your better half. Lot more things can happen. As I said, my father is 85 years old and he used to do it, right? Because he find it difficult to walk, but these simple stretches, all those things, you will start feeling about it. Okay. So at this stage, Now stretch your right hand like a Superman. This is a Superman pose, but partial. I'm asking you to do it. Now take the other hand, give a support, right, and then turn your hands the other way, facing the wall, and go back and tap your back. Tap your back. Say that you're doing a good job. Wow, wow, wow! You did a good job of activating yourself, right? What you're doing is you're appreciating yourself. But in another parlance, I'm asking you to stretch your body and do it. Okay, why we have to do it only with one hand? Very good. The other person is doing it. Take the other hand, stretch it, support it, and go back and wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You have to use these words. These are the positive affirmation you are giving to yourself. Wonderful. You're doing a good job. You did a good job, and you're not getting appreciation from somebody else. You're doing an appreciation for yourself, so that your mind is getting conditioned. I do a job, it's a good job, and the appreciation has to be done. Now, one more time, stretch yourself, right? This time, your hand should go perpendicular, straight, right? It should go straight. To that level, you give a support, which means your hand goes, you can stretch it back at the back. It goes little more behind your back and tap it. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Same thing with the other hand. Your hand has to go straight, vertical. So give a support, push, little more push, so that it goes furthermore back. Tap it. Wow, wow, wow. Relax yourself. Wow. See, you are stretching yourself. And what happens? You feel that, for some of you, you will feel the aches and pains because might be for the first time you are doing it, you're stretching yourself. But even if you don't do exercise, at least you can do the stretching part, right? See, simple thing, when you look at me, you will know that when you stretch, what happens? Your lungs are getting expanded. When your lungs are getting expanded, what happens? The more of oxygen goes to your system. Okay. Do you remember this person named Dr. Ottavio Warburg? Dr. Ottavio Warburg. He's the guy who got Nobel Prize in medicine twice. Getting Nobel Prize in medicine is of a highest standard, right? Twice. And he's the guy who has been nominated for the third time. And this guy made a statement, right? He said, the amount of oxygen that goes into your system, into your body, if it's been increased by 5% more, whatever you intake, right? The quantity of oxygen you take to your system, if it has been increased 5% more, most of the disease that comes to your body, to your system, could be avoided, including the growth of cancerous cell. That's a statement from him. Only after that, the scientific world look at it, and a lot of programs started coming up. The pranayama, of course, pranayama is our own technique. It had got a lot of weightage, right? People, Western world started looking around it. They pay emphasis on it. See, pranayama technique as a breathing technique, how many of you are doing it? Wonderful. Okay, at least here a couple of them are doing it. I'm happy because that's why you are professors, right? So when I do it in the live classroom session, right, hardly few people, 1 or 2 people raise their hands. Very, very powerful thing. Most of the disease will be moved away from your system just by doing a pranayama. But it has to be done under the guidance of a guru. But guys, remember, when you do this laughter, what is laughter is all about? I'm expelling more of carbon dioxide. Automatically the intake of oxygen goes place. It is nothing but another variation of a pranayama. You don't require a guidance of a guru to do a pranayama, but you have to do it. You have to enjoy yourself. There are a lot of video clips, beautiful, funny video clips are there, but your mind has to be tuned. Even if you watch that video, make it a point. It's time for me to laugh. Bad smell is coming. Bad smell is coming. Oh my God. Yeah, wonderful, Manoj. Yeah. So when you do it with the kids love it, right? And for which you should get into the mind of a child, the childlike attitude, for which you don't have to study anything. Simply you have to switch it. But when I use the word simply you have to switch it, and people find it extremely difficult. No, yeah, but it doesn't look logical. See, if you want a logical reasoning, you are supposed to do exercise for 1 hour, right? And you're not at all doing it. What is the point in knowing logical thing? You know logically you have to do an exercise. You know that information. Thousands or lot of books have come up, but you know that information, but you're not
Mr.
doing
Satya,
it.
I really loved this statement.
Got it? Yeah. Who's
I
this?
really loved this statement.
Okay.
What is the point of knowing logic if you're not exercising?
Now, when you do laughter, I won't say I don't list the benefits, but I will say instantly you will feel something happens within you. That's the beauty of it. And every time I laugh, the beauty, the nature has designed. Every time you laugh, you get a different sensation. That's what I've practically experienced. And that's what you can also do it. But if you bring in a logic over here to critically analyze what is there and how it is happening, without and laughter instantly will dry down. Once a group of professors came to our design center, right, which is at Chennai. They are, most of them, like you, most of them are doctorates. I can quote, they are from Anna University. So I was called for, to make these guys, because all of them are seniors, above, 50 plus. So my first welcome address to them is, permanently head damaged people, welcome. This was my initial statement. And some of them were not able to get it, and some of them raised their eyebrows. Oh my God, he called us permanently head damaged people. No, that's what PhD stands for, right? PhD. Oh, then, they slowly got into it. Oh, okay. No, I'm. You have to have this childlike attitude to enjoy it. Otherwise, if you take it to your own, no, how can it taste like this? Then everything goes for a toss.
Sir, I am pursuing PhD. Now I will remember this forever. Permanently damaged head.
Some of you are moving towards that. Some of you are already, okay, that's so what. Now, when you involve yourself to laugh, right, you don't require any other attachments. In the sense, you should have updated yourself, nothing of that sort. I feel happy. I want, okay, for that matter, you want to feel happy, then you can use laughter as a mechanism. For example, emotion is what? You all know emotion, different types of emotions are there, but you prefer to have so-called this happiness or a joyfulness. Each one has got the different meaning attached to it, right? Blissfulness, right? Emotion means you split that word emotion, E plus motion, and E stands for energy. Energy in motion creates emotion, right? And how that energy you can bring in, you bring some sort of an activity. This is one variation I'm bringing in. The moment you bring in an activity, the energy will be there, coupled with that motion, and that emotion has to be there, part of your system, right? So in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, they use a phrase called fake it until you make it, right? The dialogue goes like this: fake it until you make it. Laughter is not coming. Okay, you fake it. Initially you're faking it, but after some point of time, it will turn out to be a real one. And I am a living proof. You can always connect with me at a later stage, and I will give you furthermore guidance. Yeah. Okay. So now, having told this, let me get into one more set of an activity. I will give you a booster. Might be Manoj would have already taken it. Normally, I take half an hour to explain it, but I will shorten it. So keep your hands like this, right? Which is a shortened version. Okay, you're going to have hands, but the visualization is you're going to hold two cups, two empty cups, right? Now, on your, okay, now you can put your hands down. I've given you the indication. When we do that exercise, you will do. On your right hand, you're going to hold a cup, which is going to have your favorite drink. Whatever your favorite drink. Manoj, what's your favorite drink? Vodka, right? I know you told me vodka is your favorite drink. Okay, you don't have to tell me. Yeah. Okay, you can pour that vodka in your right hand mug, and rest of you, whatever your favorite drink, you don't have to tell it. Oh, wonderful, ma'am. So champagne, all right, you can pour it on your right hand. Right hand cup. On your left hand, you are holding another cup, right? Which is an empty cup, right? Now that what you're going to do is you're going to pour this champagne or your vodka into the other cup. But guys, remember, that cup is not empty. That cup, the left-hand cup that you're holding, is being filled up with cosmic energy. Universal energy is being filled up on that cup. What's that universal energy? It can make things happen. Whatever you wish, it's going to make it happen, because you're going to take that universal energy, mixing with your vodka. You're going to shake it, and then you're going to drink it. When you drink it, have a feel. Universal energy is going, and your favorite drink is going. It's going to create an effect. Wow. The world has not yet experienced it, right? Yeah, the world has not. You're going to experience it. Now, what you're going to do is, actually, I'm showing it like this. What you're supposed to do is you have to stretch your hands like this, right? And you have to, mix it from right hand to left hand. You're going to mix it like this. For 3 times, you're going to do it. And then after you did 3 times, then you're going to drink it. When you drink it, you have to feel that cosmic energy is coming into your system. Guys, if let me use this straightforward term, the term that you can relate to it. The godly energy is going to come to your system. You're taking God itself in your system, right? And you can feel the booster, instant booster is going to come to your system, right? But for this to happen, you have to awaken one more thing. You have to awaken your childlike nature. See, whenever you look at a child, you instantly get connected. You don't discriminate with, whether there's a rich person child or a poor person. Child is a child. You get that connection. So now you have to evoke that childlike thing or that feeling in you. You would have always heard, be like, you need to have this childlike attitude. But how? Just by saying it, just by reading it? No. You have to do something in your system, and you have to get into that mode. Now I'm going to tell it, but it will happen only when you do it. Don't intellectually analyze, come on. No, do it, right? So when you're going to mix it, you are going to use a sound, right? And in that way, your body also becoming a little more lighter. I do it, then you can replicate. When you're going to mix it, you're going to use a sound called ye. But that ye has to come like this. Hey, hey, hey. This is what? This is the process. Got it? So stretch your hand. It's an exercise. At the same time, you're going to favorite drink. Cosmic energy is also coming up. Multiple things are coming up at one shot. Stretch. Yeah. So shake your body, because you're not done your quota of exercise today. Shake. Now we go 1, 2, 3 from right hand to left hand side. Here we go. Hey, hey. See the other person also looking at you at the back of Manoj. Hey, See, I have used as an opportunity to expel more of carbon dioxide. Ha ha ha. Laughter dies down. I still push it. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Now that sound itself is not coming. Only that carbon dioxide is coming out. I'm consciously pushing it out. My stomach is going inside. I stretch it. And then I leave that stage. Intake of oxygen takes place automatically. Okay. So one more glass. One glass is not enough. You always do it twice, right? So that you get 2 glasses, so that you get a powerful energize. So shake yourself. This time you have to do it in a very, very graceful way. Don't do it like hey, hey, and all. Do it in a graceful hey, hey, hey. And stretch your laughter for 5 seconds. 5 seconds, you need to push it. Ha ha ha. Laughter's not push it. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. Madam is still drinking. Okay. You're taking a lot of godly energy. Okay. Wow. Energy has gone. Now you have to feel for it, right? Now, while drinking, you may not feel it. At least right now, you have to feel it. Okay. You can close your eyes. You can keep your hands like this. Feel that cosmic energy is getting into your system, right? It's coming up to your system. And, in India, people say, a lot of negative energy comes to us and everything is getting shattered because you're inviting a cosmic energy. You've awakened your childlike nature. And more importantly, you're feeling good from within. Then obviously, you start attracting that sort of energy. Wow. Wow. Good. Now, you did something phenomenal, right? Now, you have to show your gratitude, thankfulness to the cosmic energy, because cosmic energy has come to your system and it will going to do its wonder. But okay, I see the participant count. It has come as 108. In Indian tradition, 108 has got a significant value, right? They do a mantra chapa, all the stuff for 108. Right timing, good. See, my eyes also gone exactly at that point. Okay, now that you got 2 glasses of powerful energy as is got into your system, now you have to show your gratitude. Gratitude to whom? To the cosmic energy, because it's going to do its magic. It's going to do its wonder. Don't ask me how. It will do it, right? That's the take. You need to take it up. Now you're going to show your gratitude. But how will you show your gratitude? Because one thing is you have to feel for it. Okay, I'm good about it. Now you've taken 2 glasses of milkshake, right? Now the third time you're going to do it. This time you shake it, right? Mix it. The powerful energy contain that godly thing. Now instead of selfishly you're taking for yourself, what you're going to do is you're going to feed it to the other person. Right now I'm feeding to the Manoj over here. Oh, I'm pouring to him, and I'm also pouring to who's this person? The name Dr. Sunita. I'm feeding her, and I'm also feeding to Dr. Satnam Singh. See, Satnam suddenly vanished. Okay, I'm feeding to Satnam, and I'm also going to feed it to Dr. Alok. So I'm feeding to other person. Guys, remember, when I feed it to other person, what happened? Somebody else also feed to me. That's how the cosmic energy, the universal energy starts working out, right? I'm feeding with a lot of gratitude in my heart, and I'm feeding, and so many other people are doing it, and you create a positive vibe. Okay, here is enough. Let's do it into action. Stretch yourself. See, you're going to do a great thing. Your energy is going to get transferred to other people. Shake it up. Right, here we go. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. Hey! Hey! Oh! Pour it to all the people. You are pouring a positive energy to the people around you. Wow! Wonderful. Wonderful. Very good. You are awakening your childlike attitude, right? This is how you can awaken your childlike attitude. Like somebody, the admin who was clapping, and Dr. Balachandra is clapping. Let's also clap, right? Yay! I used something, but you're not used it because I'm observing it. I said, yay! Very good. Very good.
Very good.
So I'm purposely, I'm doing something. I'm expecting you to mirror me. Very good. Very good. Yay! Very good. Very good. Yay! Guys, why? Okay, normally I do the program for 1 full day. Sometimes I start at 9:30 and I go till 8 o'clock in the evening. It's not even, it crosses more than that. I explained the logic behind it. That's a place where people get excited. When I say very good, okay, Chuma is no. See, when a kid does something good, as a teacher, what do you do in the school days? You put, you give double thumbs up, right? You put very good, very, very good. You do that. Why? So that the kid will get that positive reinforcement and will be able to repeat that same behavior again, right? Whatever be. The same thing you're doing. You did a good job, right? And the appreciation, you're not getting it from others. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing very good. You're appreciating for yourself. Really good job. Very good. Very good. Yeah. And okay, since you wouldn't see me, I would have kept my thumbs up like this, and I would have done like, hey, double thumbs up. Thumbs up means what? Success. Thumbs up means what? Victory. Double success comes to me. Double victory comes to me. I am programming myself. I don't have to tell it. It happens by default. Why? Because I did a good thing. I stretched myself. I feed to my fellow participants. I feel happy about it. So I did a good job. So I'm appreciating myself. Yay, I did a good job. I don't wait for others to participate. See, whenever you get an opportunity to appreciate yourself, in a process, you're stretching yourself, right? You're doing a stretching. You're making us an opportunity to laugh. Hey, I did a good job. 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 You are not doing your quota of exercise daily. Yes? If that be the case, now you use it as an opportunity. All the small things, and you're programming yourself. No, I did a good job, and I'm doing for it, right? And this one, very good, very good. Yay! Yes. Okay. So when you clap it, right, you should not clap in this format like crisscross. No, to get a maximum where people do it, that is fine. But here we are not looking for the sound. Here we are looking for the maximum benefit for the body. So your clapping has to be like the madam is doing it. It should be palm to palm, finger to finger contact like this in a prayer pose. It should be like this. There are a lot of acupressure points in your fingertips and in your palms. So when you apply, of course, when you clap it, it should not be in a lighter mode. It should be, you apply little more pressure to it, so that you send that vibes to your entire system, right? Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good.
Very good.
Yay! Yeah. See, guys, remember. Again, you have to be very careful because in video mode, I can't see much of you, the others. So it has to be in this way, palm to palm, finger to finger contact. Only in this way you have to do it. But if you don't get into prayer mode, right, then you will get into a problem and don't hold me responsible. Don't do the clapping like this. No. You should not do it like this. You should do it in this way, right? The other person will think something else. So it should be a prayer pose with this. Manoj got it what I'm trying to say. So, okay, I'm going to crack a joke. So obviously I shouldn't tell it, because even if you don't understand a joke, right, what you're supposed to do, you have to laugh because you don't understand the joke. Oh my God, I don't understand a joke. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing it out because I'm a permanently head damaged person. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so Ramnath, he has done his MBA. So when he has joined, I was asking, what's the definition for MBA? He was giving something else, right? So I am asking the same question to all of you. Ramnath, in the meantime, you can update me when Anbu comes in, right? You can give me. Yeah.
Anbu has told he'll join anytime, but he has suggested when this your activities or we can begin with Wheel of Life. He has suggested.
Okay, fine. So when he comes in, you just give me an indication. Okay. So Ramnath used to tell what that MBA stands for. So now I'm asking Manoj. Manoj might be knowing. I don't know. Okay, still, Manoj, can you give me the expansion for MBA? What do you think of MBA?
MBA.
Yeah.
Actually, I just forgotten. It's just like permanent health damage. I just missed that.
No. I'm asking you to define what MBA comes to your mind.
No, if I go with the technical master of business administration, that will not work here.
That's not. See, Ramnath will always.
Sir, my full name MBA may be Awara.
Maybe Awara.
Maybe Awara. No. Okay, maybe Awara means what? Somebody has to translate. I don't know. Maybe Awara means what? Ramnath?
I am also a wanderer, sir. I am also a wanderer.
Wanderer.
Wonderful.
Wanderer.
Good.
Much bigger accident.
Much bigger accident.
Good one. Much bigger accident.
See, Ramnath always used to give.
Nice one, sir. Nice one.
Yeah. So guys, you have to give the thumbs up. You have to celebrate. Don't wait for wonderful. You learned the lesson. Whether people appreciating it or not, you have to appreciate for yourself. And then those who got the new learnings, you got the learnings, and for which you can appreciate. Yay! Ramnath always used to give a most brilliant answer. That's why he's MBA. MBA, most brilliant answer. Guys, if you don't understand, still you have to laugh it out. Ramnath, that means you have to. Ramnath is really brilliant, Okay. MBA people are supposed to, give the most brilliant answers, right? And in one of the session, I was giving my definition, and the other person was not able to get it. And he was doing literally like this in a classroom session. Some of them, hey, what he was trying to say? What is the meaning of he's trying to say? Tell me it out. See, a joke, when it has been told, it has to be enjoyed. If you don't, you're not able to get it, It cannot be explained like this. MBA stands for married but available, right? Joke is over. The other person, hey, what is married but available, yeah? What it means, yeah? Can I tell? Okay, right? If you don't get it, just go with the flow. See the other person smiling. Okay, something is told. Okay, oh, I don't know. Oh, wonderful, sir. Wonderful, Balachandra, sir. Now that you got a lot of technical trends, you can use it for yourself. I told you very clearly, even if you don't understand, right, or the video clip that you have already seen, the 10th time you're seeing it, now make a connection. It's an opportunity for you to laugh. Laugh it out fully. Oh my God. It comes out. And after some, no, I told you, right? Maybe I can share a video right now. The guys were at that senior level, right? Who has been highly pressurized, so-called this vice president in my organization, senior vice president. They remove the jackets, they laugh, they shout. In some of the conferences, they go crazy. And whenever I conduct an induction program for these senior guys, we see a different face. Literally, the childlike nature comes out, which means it is there with everyone. But we are not giving permission. Why? Because you always know what the other person will think about me. What the hell? Whatever he wants to think, let him think about me. Right? I have given you a safer mechanism, right? You can keep your hands. You can laugh your heart's content. If you're so shy, you can keep it like this. And you can do it.
Sir, nowadays Corona helps for this a lot. We have a mask to do that.
Mask to do it, yeah? Wonderful, right? Good. Wonderful. Right. So, in the meantime, so shake your body like this. Shake your body. You're doing a cycling of your body. You're doing a cycling, a complete massage of your body. And also feel the stretch that happens in your body. Wow. Good, yeah. Good massage. And you can do the reverse. There is no structure attached to it. It's a free flow. Whatever you want to do it. A sort of a dance, a Tai Chi movement. Right? You do it for a few seconds. My recommendation is only few seconds, not even minutes, right? But all this put together, it can go for a minute, right? You will start enjoying it. You can connect with people. Beautiful things can happen. Okay, now this is the point where I will share a video so that it will encourage you to do your laughter in a more powerful way. Okay, I've got this one. Are you able to see my video, Manoj?
Not yet,
No.
Satya.
Okay, now I have kept my video ready. It is there. Now I am sharing it and share the entire screen, right? Share screen.
You have to optimize that. You have to just take the drop down, optimize sound and video,
yeah.
share the computer sound, and then you can.
Yeah, it is there. Yeah. Is it getting shared?
No.
Not yet.
No. No, you can't share it. I think he has got his internet connection off.
Who's
Maybe he's
mine?
out of the meet.
No.
I could not see you on my screen.
Okay, I'm able to listen to you. I came back.
But I could not see you because that right
not
has
is it the
gone
same case?
back to me. The right has come back to me, sir. No, you are not able to share anything.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Now I can share it. Yeah, I can share it.
But I could not see you. Okay, you just please keep your video on so that you can come in front of me. Please keep your video on.
Currently, we see Satya, all participants. Currently, we see no one sharing anything.
Yeah, because that rights has come back to me. So I will give it to you, but you just please keep your video on. Yeah, now you have. Now I will find you. Now I'm making you the presenter. Now you can share it once again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Everything is on, and here it comes the share button. Is it coming?
No.
No, sir.
You're not sharing. You're not sharing anything now.
Yep.
You're supposed to start sharing it.
I pressed it, but why share content? It has come. I optimized my motion video. Okay, and share.
Now you just click on screen one.
Correct. Okay, screen one. There's a share button is there.
You just click on that. You have to click it. That screen one, just next to it. Just click it and then.
Yeah, I'm clicking that, but nothing is happening.
Is it a YouTube video?
No. I have kept it. This is my session video.
Okay.
But earlier I was able to share, no?
Yes, you can. We actually tried it. Through Ryron also.
Yeah. One sec. Last time, let me try it.
Go to the share button.
Yeah, share button. It is there.
Take this drop down. Go to the optimize, and just next to it there's screen one option. Click it.
Optimize for motion and video. It has been ticked. Share
And
your
then-
computer order. That has been ticked.
And then just next to it, screen.
Yeah, screen is
down
coming.
that.
Share button is there.
Screen one. Just click it on screen one, and then that thing will start working.
Okay, one last. Okay, the guys, you can just shake your body right now. I will. Okay, this is not coming. Oh, it stopped video.
You're not sharing anything at all. That is the
Correct. Yeah, that share button. I'm clicking that button.
thing.
Okay, nothing is happening. That share button is there. The main screen.
Okay, I will just change this right to somebody else, and then I will
Yeah.
do it for you. I will make Ramnath the presenter for a moment.
Yes.
Ramnath, you just try this.
Satya, Dr. Anbu is joined.
Oh, fine. Okay, so guys, now just keep your hands rotating like this, and with which you massage your head so that you activate yourself to learn an interesting concept from Dr. Anbu. So you're priming yourself, you're priming your brain, right? Your body has already activated. You're activating your brain. Pull your earlobes, and do a gentle massage to your cheeks. And shake it out. Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank
We
you.
we can also see a smile from someone standing near Dr. Alok, Mr. Alok Mishra's cabin.
Hello,
Oh
Mr.
yeah. Yay. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes. Over to Dr. Anbu.
Okay. Thank you, Satya.
Thank you, sir.
It's always a big challenge to come after Satya's energy. So we'll see how we can keep up with his energy, right? All right, good. So I don't even have to ask any of you how are you feeling. It's like there you go. That's it. Yeah. Very good. I'm happy. So all right, okay. So for how many of you this is the first time of this kind of an interaction or exercise? Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up both in the screen and in the video. Very nice. Okay. All right. Good. So, okay. All right. This is great session. But you also know after you log off from here, whenever we log off, then you go back and open your mail. Right? Reality comes and hits you, no? It doesn't, reality, they sometimes say it bites you or stings you. No, sometimes it hits you like a BrahMos missile, You won't even know where it came from and hit you. But in all seriousness, that is reality. and we have to acknowledge it, right? There is always two sides to these things, right? One is this side, what you just saw. And then there is this other side where reality that is shaped by the external environment that you have to interact with on your day-to-day life. We cannot change that. See, right? See, we are in a society. We are not isolated in an island all by ourselves. Those things always happens in a movie, right? If you have seen the movie Castaway or anything like that, there is one person who survives in an island for a month. All that is great. But in reality, when you step out, you're going to interact with others. When you go in and check in your mail right after the session, there are going to be 10 things that comes your way asking for an answer immediately, right? So how do you balance these things out? Yeah. How do you kind of keep a check on these things, right? That's the most important thing. Yeah. Okay. One way to bring in the balance is, how do I ride on this energy that I have? This is the energy that, okay, right now Satya had given you the tonic, he gave you the milkshake, he gave you coffee, right? He would have given you the round of applause and all of that. But all those elements, he only tapped the energy from you. It is all your energy. He just tapped it, right? It is like he just turned that switch on. Yeah. So that control is within you. In other words, I mean, I don't want to take the risk of sounding philosophical, but in other words, the control of wanting to manage the circumstances is within you. Right? How do I manage certain situations when, right, situations hits me very hard? Okay. I always, ever since I attended a program about 10 years ago, this is a human process lab. It's a 5-day lab, right? Where the challenge is you have to talk about here and now, just the present. Okay. You can't talk about the past. If you say I ate lunch, that's past. Right? My lunch was good, that is past, half an hour ago. Talk to me now. You'll quickly realize how present is the only thing we all have in control, right? So there is this gentleman, Viktor Frankl, right? He's a Holocaust survivor. Okay? You name it, he has suffered all. He lost his entire loved ones and friends in front of his eyes. I'm saying including his wife and son and siblings. It's a true story, yeah? Viktor Frankl, a doctor, but he survived. He survived because he was driven by a purpose that I have to go and share this to the rest of the world. Right? He's driven by that purpose. Right? We all have something or the other that drives us, right? Something or the other that drives us. We can call it the why do I exist, why am I wanting to do, or you can call it the purpose, you call it your goal, you call it your visualization. It could range from as simple as I want to live a happy life to I wanted to have a happy family, I wanted to ensure my kids have settled well, or I wanted to retire as a vice chancellor, or all the way to, you know what, I want to take an early retirement, sit in a farmhouse and enjoy life, or even do farming. All of that could be interchangeably used as a goal, visualized state, or life's purpose, whatever you want to call it. Or for some of you would say, I wanted to help the society. I want to make a difference in the lives of underprivileged kids. Or, you know, today I work closely with two organizations, one that works on abandoned elders. Right? There are some people who say, I love to spend the rest of my lifetime supporting these abandoned elders. And it's very heartbreaking to see. Whatever the case may be, right? So he had that purpose. And so he survived. He survived all possible things. I don't even want to say anything about what all he had to survive and break your mood and energy. But the point is, he came out alive. And then he finally went on to write a book about this entire thing. He narrated in what is called Man's Search for Meaning. Right? Sorry? Somebody was saying something?
Can you repeat the title of the book, sir?
Yeah, Man's Search for Meaning. Yeah, Viktor Frankl. It's a Viktor, Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. It's a kind of a heavy read, small book. But he went on in that book, he wrote so many things, and that book stayed as one of the top 10 life-changing book by Library of Congress, right? One of the top 10 worldwide. Many things he says at any given point in time, anything and everything that you own or you think you own can be taken away from you. Anything and everything that you own. Your car. Okay, suddenly, let's say you are parked it and gone for shopping, a huge truck comes and smashes and it's total. You can't even repair it. Gone, taken away from you. Your house. For some people, the job. Anything. Okay, except one. Any guesses what? That one that cannot be taken away from you.
It is learning, Vidya. It is knowledge.
Knowledge, okay. Anything else? Okay, I see knowledge, attitude, okay. Attitude. Nice. Self-determination, close. Our capability to visualize, close. He says, our will or your freedom to choose. Your freedom to choose what you want to do now in a situation or a circumstances is something that can never be taken away from you. Right? So therefore, you have the freedom to choose what you want to do in a circumstances. Therefore, your life unfolds in front of you based on the choice that you have made. Right? Certain times you would have heard, none of you would have faced that situation or been in that situation. You would have heard somebody coming and say, you know what, I wish I didn't get angry and shout at somebody senior in the college and now I'm in deep trouble and I think I need to quit and leave because I'm in big trouble. Or in corporate, I shouted at my supervisor in a meeting because I didn't agree with what he was saying. Or he yelled at me, I yelled at him back and all that. That person had the freedom to choose. And did make the choice. The choice was to react, right? And shout back. And you live with the consequences. So that's what he says. When all else that you own, when everything that you possibly own is taken away from you, there's one thing that will always remain with you, which is the freedom to choose. Therefore, you own the consequences, positive or negative. Right? Okay. So, you all have aspirations. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting in this program. Right? You all aspire. You want to do great things. Absolutely. Right? Some of you would have visualized and done some visualization exercises. You have your dream that you want to accomplish sooner than later and all of that. But to accomplish everything or any of those things, you are constantly making choices, right? You have to make choices. Okay. So, Satya, you had shown them the wheel? Not yet. No. All right. So, let me just open this up and I'm going to okay. Okay. So this is a blank wheel. Okay. So I want you to take next couple of minutes, whatever notebook or paper that you have in front of you, if you could just draw this wheel, just a blank wheel. If you can just draw this blank wheel, please. It basically has 8 segments. That's about it. Simple. Okay. All right. Okay. Done. Right. So pick whatever dreams that you have, whatever you have visualized, aspiration, purpose, right? I want to retire at the age of 50. No, I don't want to work till 60. I want to have a great farmhouse and move, or I wanted to do farming, or I wanted to do social service, whatever. Right? You have got your dream things, right? So pick 8 key activities or focus areas that you have in your life currently, or 8 different focus areas. One would, well, I'll give you a couple of examples. I don't want to feed words into your mouth. One is fitness. Another one would be career. Third one could be friends. Right? Okay. So if you could just Jefferson, you'll have to go on mute, please. Yeah. Thank you. So if you could just list out 8 things on this wheel. Okay. Once you have written those 8, once you have filled up with just a text on 8 of those things, in a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 being the highest. In a scale of 1 to 10, if you can rate each of those 8 blocks as your current effort that you have put in. Let's say you talk about fitness is your top priority, but you are actually giving only an effort that is worth 3 points. Right? You say I will exercise every day for 1 hour. You hardly do 1 hour exercise a week. Right? So out of scale of 1 to 10, please rate them as anywhere from 0 to 10. It doesn't even have to be 1. It can even be 0. Okay. Okay, and for those of you who would have already completed it, right? Just reflect for a second if you are happy with those ratings, right? It has to be a honest rating. We are not going to ask you to share it. Right? For example, health is in your chart. What's the number that you are given for health? And reflect why. You might be just going on saying, you know what, I need to take care of my health. I need to take care of my health. Right? I need to spend time with the family. I need to spend time with the family. For those of you who may have picked family, that quadrant. Right? Okay. So you don't have to necessarily tell me the categories right now, but tell me how many of you have either 0 or 1. In at least 1 or 2 of them. How many of you have 0 or 1? There we go. I see 1 hand up, 2 hands up. Right? Okay. All right. Okay. So how many of you have, okay, I see 3, 4 hands up. How many of you have 4 or 5? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, now for this classic question. How many of you have 10 in 2 or more? In 2 or more? In 2 or more? 9, is it? Okay. In 1 of them, not 2 or more. Okay. All right. So Dr. Sarita says myself. Okay. Good. So if you have 10 in some of them, great. I'm happy to see that. Right? This we call it as wheel of life. Right? The wheel has to be in motion. You always keep hearing that, right? In several dialogues. The wheel has to be in motion. Things have to keep moving. Whether you like it or not, time keeps on moving. The only commodity that you cannot buy with money today is additional time for a day, no matter how rich you are. Right? People are even arguing that you can buy an extension of your health and all that, right? All of that is fine. You cannot buy additional time. Everybody has only 24 hours. No fractions of a second less or no fractions of a second more. Okay? Therefore, you will also acknowledge that there are people who are more busier than we are in this forum. There are people, right? For example, our chairman, Mr. Arun Jain, we don't know where he finds time. He's in meeting throughout the day. And then suddenly at 6 in the morning, he'll send a mail. You know what? I was just thinking about how things happen in nature. And then he will write a huge story about it. And we will be scratching our head. Wait a minute. He was in a meeting with us till 8 in the night. And then he was sending mails till 10. But he found time. Because in one of his wheels, studying nature or understanding nature was his priority. If things are your priority, you will find that time. So, coming back to the wheel, imagine the purpose, the visualization, the end that you wanted to reach in terms of, let's say, 5 years from now, 10 years or 15 years, whatever. If you have that picture in mind, let's say somebody wants to become the HOD in 5 years' time or 10 years' time, or somebody wants to start their own giving fuel. Okay. Looks like, yeah. Okay. Sorry, you might have lost me for a few seconds. Sorry about that. Okay. So whatever your desired thing that you have, right? Organic farming or anything. Go back with that as a reference, folks. Go back to this wheel and take a look at the elements and see The easiest thing is to say where should the numbers be related to my visualized dream state, right? 10 years from now, let's say. For reference sake, we'll say 2030, right? But that's not enough. When you look at the wheel, you need to look at the wheel and say, should any of these elements even be there? Is it going to take me there, or should I even remove one of these 8 elements and put in another element? Let's say for some of you want to start an organization on your own. You may have health, fitness, family, entertainment, friends, skills, training, learning, and all that. Do you have networking there? If networking is not there, you need to remove one of them, maybe entertainment, and put the networking as part of that wheel. Okay? So always go back and refer to your dream state and redo this wheel, right? Redo this wheel. And we suggest that this wheel should stay in a place. You take a printout or you draw it, whatever you prefer. It should stay in a place where it is visible to you every day. Right? And come back and revisit it once in 2 weeks, right? It's a wheel. Everything is in a motion, right? Revisit it once in 2 weeks to say, am I going in the right direction? Should the number be little higher, lower, right? So keep looking at that. Keep looking at the wheels, and if things are not moving, so where am I going wrong? Right? Certain times, we get trapped into things that are not necessary. Right? Things that are not necessary for us to be focusing on. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying don't live a life at all, because you just had a great session by Satyanathan, and then you shouldn't be wondering, why is this, why I'm coming and saying something else? No. But your dream state will come one day at a time. Remember, things never get delayed overnight. Things get delayed one day at a time. People will be sitting and wondering, what went wrong? It was due today and nothing has happened. No. Things were getting delayed one day at a time. Same way, right? That's the reason why we are saying keep the wheel in front of you that you can see. Okay? And whenever you visualize this, your dream visualization that you have, for those of you who have not done it, please, my sincere request, go back and complete. Take a chart paper, bunch of crayons, sit in a quiet time, right? Draw up what is your visualized dream state. Visual dream state, not textual. All of us are textual animals. Given a choice, you can open a PPT and rattle out 20 bullet points to say, this is where I want to reach. But draw the visualized state. If you are in 10 years from now, if you are owning a company, visualize how the company is going to look. Draw the building, the entrance, your cabin. And believe me, it works like a charm. This is purely based on research and on my personal experience. When I was introduced to this, I'll say that was 1989 or 90, right? That was by my brother when I was in the US. We were driving, and I think he was bored of me nagging him with too many questions. He said, visualize how your workplace will look like. Okay? And for next 4 years, I did that every day, friends. Every day, including the color of the wall of the building. For some reason, black is my favorite. So for some reason, I visualize the windows to be black. Don't ask me why, right? And then after I finished my doctorate in artificial intelligence, I was interviewed by this organization that's works for US Navy, right? I was interviewed in their corporate office, which was in a completely different city altogether. They liked what I had to offer, and I liked what they were positioning as, job responsibility and all that in artificial intelligence. Great. It clicked. They said, come and join. That was my only job interview in that country. The first job interview, I was lucky. So I got it. Done. Join. Joining date comes. I walk in. I was shocked. The one that I visualized, for some reason, I visualized unfinished walls, right? Just the brick walls, you know. You have seen, sometimes you see just red brick walls with white cement in between, right? Not the finished wall. Unfinished red brick wall. I walk in, they show me my office, black windows, of course, tinted glass. Shock of my life, right? Coincidence? Not at all. Ever since, many things have happened to me, right, in life, when you actually visualize and keep seeing it. So whatever you have visualized, that also put it in a place that you can see it prominently, and absolutely no religious reference or connotation at all. When you genuinely feel that visualized state, the universe will conspire for everything to happen. You have to feel. What I mean by feel is, let's say one of you wants to own a 2-acre farmland and run a farm life in 10 years from now. Feel how your life is. Enjoy that emotion. Beyond that visual state, right? Enjoy the emotion of are you feeling that cold breeze of the village, right? The fragrance of nature, right? The fragrance of they call it the manvasane, right? The fragrance that comes right out when you see little droplets of rain. Then sound of the kids playing in the village area and whatnot, right? The cool breeze coming out of the paddy field. Feel it in you, things happen, folks, right? So between that, the dream state that you have visualized and the life of feel, you can accomplish plenty of things. Of course, there are so many variety of ways to design your life, right? We just thought we will plant these two as an important thing, right? And one last thing that I'll say before I stop, right? If there is anything that you wanted to stop, if you are very desperate to stop, right? Again, visualize having stopped. Give a message to yourself. I'll give you a very quick story of my personal experience again. This was 2016 December. I'm a coffee addict. Used to be a coffee addict. Coffee is not the powder coffee, right? Not the instant coffee. I can't stand that. For me, it has to be a filter coffee, right? Freshly brewed, right? And it has to, I love that aroma, and you name it, I have been addicted to trying different types of coffee, from Colombian to African to whatnot, right? At any point in time, I love 7, 8 different coffees and 3, 4 different brewing machines for the decoction, right? And so my son, who went to study in the US, was visiting us for the first time. So people were coming and visiting us at home and all that. So I was making coffee for them. So every time somebody comes, I'll have another cup of coffee for myself. I was so addicted. And I got hit with a severe migraine and I couldn't even get up for 3 days. In all, he was there only for 10 days. Right? He went there for bachelor. So he was all about 16 years old. So that one thing that he told me, I was really wanting to spend time with Appa and his cooking. I love cooking. My hobby is cooking. His favorite dishes. I was really hoping, now he's sick, he can't do it. And that hit me so hard. And I said, wait a minute, I got to change this. What all I did was, I took a piece of paper, wrote in red ink, no more coffee, and put it on my mirror that I see every day. In my bedroom, I just wrote no more coffee. And that was 24th of December, friends, and I haven't touched a drop of coffee till date. Right? That message is still there. Of course, the ink is fading. That message is still there.
It's
And
a very
that's what
strong
happened.
message, sir.
Sorry?
It's a very strong message, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a strong message, ma'am, but I needed it very strongly, right? So when I put that message up there, the universe conspires to give me energy. My friends were saying, my God, you have been a coffee addict. You're going to have withdrawal thing. You're going to go through headache and all of those problems. Believe me or not, none of that happened. Of course, I was trying to find what is going to keep my energy up. It works like a charm, friends. Try it. Please try it. It is not just a myth. Whatever in a little way. But again, we don't want you to be wishing, I want the other person to quit and go. So I'm going to keep visualizing. And there is a medical research that shows why that will not work. Okay? So whatever you are visualizing for your own benefit, please, whatever it is, put it up, visible for you, and keep seeing it, keep visualizing, keep feeling it. Universe conspires for sure. Okay? That's a way you have in your control to design your journey. And I'm sure you will have a phenomenal run with that. Okay, so with that, I'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anbu. I think if you have any queries, you can come forward. It's an interactive session. You can unmute yourself and come in. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, Bharat. Please.
Sir, I'd like to thank both of you, Dr. Satya and Dr. Anbu, for making us a wonderful afternoon after lunch. Even after lunch, we were happy along with you. First thing is, there is nothing to query about, but I have appreciation for both of you. First one to Dr. Satya, and what he has done is he has shown us the way how we have to reach the target of life, maybe. And Dr. Anbu has told us all about how good we should, how strong our target should be, and how to reach it. So the path is determined, and the target is also determined by the way they explained us. Both of you, and thanks a lot from my end.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If somebody else wants to come in and give his feedback.
Sir,
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, I request you to provide a video of Mr. Satya, Dr. Satya's video, so that could not be played.
I think you can, sir, if you can mail me that video, I will share that video in the group and they can all see that, because you are saying it's not a YouTube video. So if you don't mind sharing with all of us, we can see that. Because you could not be able to share it.
Sir, I have a way of doing it. If Satya himself can share his drive with the video on, then we can directly look into that.
We can also do that also. If you can give us the access to that particular link on your Google Drive,
exactly.
We'll see that for a few days and then you can deactivate that right now.
That can be.
All of you would like to see that.
Sure.
Okay. Hello, sir. I'm having small query.
Yes.
During visualization, I am doing from past 1 year. So many negative impacts happen. So how to avoid those negative energies?
Negative impacts, is it? Negative thoughts you are saying?
Yeah. Suddenly negative thoughts comes out from the family members or from the surrounding. And they think that I am a fool to do all those things.
Okay. So a very interesting question, very practical situation as well, right, Bharat? So,
yes, sir.
Okay. One is, it is your visualized state. You cannot let anybody else influence it. Okay. Whatever they may say, absolutely, I'm not undermining your family or friends. That is their view. That doesn't become your view.
Okay.
If you are convinced, first of all, the visualized state is something you should be convinced. I keep saying, okay, I got to sit straight here to show. You have to feel it here.
Okay, fine.
If you see the video, you have to feel it here, not here.
Okay.
All of us, what happens is we get stuck here. When you get stuck here, what happens is there are a lot of tricks that gets coming up in your mind, right? As I always say, there is an elephant. There is if you imagine a kind of an elephant scenario, there is a judge, advocate, and a magician in our minds. Right? A judge who keeps on passing judgment, like what you said, Bharat. My family members don't like it. They are making fun of it. Okay. That's a judgment. You passed it. Right? That your mind tricks you to keep making that judgment.
Okay.
Okay. And the advocate will then start defending that your feeling is correct.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Right.
The advocate will start defending, what your family members are saying is right, Bharat. Okay, Bharat, you're being wrong in visualizing this. That's the advocate in your head that says that. Okay. And then there is this magician. There is this magician in your head who will make you believe everything just at the drop of a hat. Oh, they are saying that's not possible. Yeah, I believe that's not possible. Okay. So, to your question, Bharat, negative thoughts will come. In fact, National Science Foundation, it said, right, as I said, 75 to 90,000 thoughts comes into our head every day. Every day. Out of which roughly 70 to 80% are negative.
Yes.
The best way to handle negative thoughts is, if it is yours, just observe and let it go. The biggest step towards handling negative thoughts is acknowledging that I am thinking negative.
Fine, sir.
That's a great start, right? But if it is your dream state, Bharat, nobody else has anything to do with it whatsoever, except you.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you for asking. Does somebody else wants to come in here? Or shall we formally close this particular session?
So,
yeah, please go ahead.
I'm highly inclined with. I'm also type of incidents happen in one college and ME. One day I went to that college and look at I register my mind. Because of I'm not how it is happened, but it is happened, sir.
Very good. Happy to hear that. I'm sure if you sit and reflect deeply, Manikantan, you will know how it happened. Right? But yeah, so it's all in how we see it. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you so much for asking. Do we have somebody else to come in? Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Deepak, please go ahead.
Sir, how to bounce back after failure, sir?
Okay.
Sir, I have failed in something, so I have to bounce back. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for me. So, how to bounce back using my willpower?
Okay. Deepak, you actually partly answered your question yourself. Willpower, right? Okay. So whatever, let's assume that whatever you have failed is not very drastical and deep, right? Let's assume for a second you failed in something in your career for a second, right? There are two ways to look at this. One is out of the failure is where you have lot of reflections and learnings, right? You have failed. Out of failure, therefore, something about you, something about your approach, you saw the decaf element, right? Something about my decaf is shown back to me out of this failure. Okay? That is one part. The other one is, Deepak, where you can get energy is when you look around, you will be unable to spot a single human being in your closest circle or in your larger circle who has not failed in things, who has not failed in whatever they have attempted. You take all the way from the great Mahatma. He failed in so many things. Martin Luther King.
Yes, sir.
Collect the feed from the
I think yes, sir. We have just we could not hear you for last 2 minutes, sir. We could not hear you. Now we could hear you. Can, yeah, we can hear you now. You can, if you please go ahead again.
Yeah. So you take any of those people, right? Like I was saying, Mahatma Gandhi to Dr. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, to anybody. They have failed. Everybody carries failure. But from the failure is where you draw energy to bounce back, right? The question also, how do we bounce back, right? If I understand your situation, I can help you. Maybe we can have a chat later, Deepak, right? Because I wouldn't want you to share it in front of everybody. Is that in the failure, there are one or two, of course, there will always be one or two things that are silver lining hidden behind that failure. You have to just identify that. First of all, when you are saying failure, is it actually failure? Or is it according to you, it's a failure because you didn't get what you are looking for? Right? That is not necessarily have to be categorized as failure. Maybe there is something else that is bigger that is waiting for you, which you have to see. Right? So that's a short answer to a very tricky question because it takes longer to go deep, but we can talk about it. So you can write to Dr. Manoj or Ramnath Prabhu, reach out to us. We will have a call, Deepak. Not a problem.
Yeah, I think Dr. Anbu, I totally endorse your statement that if you are not getting something what you ambition for, something bigger is waiting for you. We have to go with this mind. Something bigger will come deeper in your way, and you should not sound like so low. A lot of time is there for, and we all are as a team. Now after this FDP, this 196 people are a team. We are here for helping each other and all. You just share your, if you wish, I will share the contact detail of them. You can contact me directly.
Whatever. We are there to
yeah. But not a single moment you think of failure is nothing but we can say you are just moving in the right direction because you have failed. If you are not getting failure, means you are moving in a wrong direction. That is also one thing. If you are continuously moving in a direction and you are not facing any failure, means you are moving in a wrong direction.
Wrong direction, right? That's right.
Exactly. So if somebody else would like, we have taken a lot of time of Dr. Anbu, but still, if we fair enough, we can take one more query. If
absolutely.
Anybody wants to come, yeah, please go ahead. One last query.
Yes, to add up into a simple sentence, everything right is wrong.
Correct. That's right.
Fantastic. One last query from anybody, any comment or anything which would you like to share your personal experience or something?
With respect to failure, I want to add one thing.
Yeah. Yes.
In NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, what they say is failure is not a failure, it is a feedback given to the system that you're following. Some feedback has been given to you. So you have to do that course correction so that you move to a different path.
True. Fantastic. I think on this very high note, I think we would like to thank Dr. Anbu, and I think Satya, you have made a fan of all of us. Actually, we can see the chat box flooding with all this thing, and Dr. Anbu, you rightly said, it's a challenge to take session after him. It's always a challenge.
Absolutely.
And I will feel privileged because I was there in your campus. I had all this session in the morning hours, and it just blew my mind. Exactly. That's fantastic. We have both of you here, and I think I also thank Ramnath ji, who is always here to help us in having organized this workshop in the manner which we are looking for. And I also thank all the participants who we can say in a childlike manner, which we used to call in participating in this particular event. And I would expect this feeling should go ahead in other sections also. They should feel childy. They should come out with their doubts without any apprehension. Feel free to ask. And that is what people. Correct. Again, have a nice week. It's proud and privileged to have you all on. Thank you so much. And if you want to add any closing statement, you can do that, or we can formally close this.
I think this is perfect. So it's great. Just keep working on some of these things. It's just one step at a time, right? That's the way you should take any of these things, right?
Fantastic, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
have a nice day to all of you. Thank you.
All of you. Bye bye.
Very
Take
good.
care.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right.